Good morning, good day. This is Reverend Jon Turner again for the next course. And now we're on 14B, the fourth course on the Dharma. And it is entitled Purpose of Myth. It's a little bit of play on words. Joseph Campbell, a famous mythologist and folklorist, he lived from 1904 to, 1987. But in 1988, they released a series of recorded interviews that he did with Bill Moyers on PBS. And to this day, it's still one of the top-rated PBS documentaries of all time. And it comes in 6 parts. What we're going to do in this course is it's a little bit different. I'm going to let Joseph Campbell do the heavy lifting. He's going to introduce us to the purpose of myth, and then we're going to look at the power of myth and how it can elucidate or illuminate the eternal, the transcendent, the infinite. So this is a 2-part course. This one will be on the Dharma. The purpose of myth is to help transmit the teachings to us in a way that is more profound than literal historical truth. So the first course we're going to do today is called The Journey Begins, as well as the course. But first I wanted to mention that in the Getting Started section, there is a bibliography, as there are with all courses. We're going to look at the book Talking Pictures, How to Watch Movies by Anne Hornaday. This is a very good book. She talks a lot about how movies are made, that they're not documentaries. They transmit an emotional truth, and that she feels like American audiences are missing a lot when they spend all their time fact-checking. And then the next book that we'll look at and take some excerpts from is The Dharma of Star Wars by Matthew Bordelin. He is both an expert in Star Wars and Buddhism. I was really impressed. So he pulls out these mythic narratives that George Lucas buried and emphasized in the Star Wars trilogy. It's also interesting that Joseph Campbell also influenced George Lucas a lot in how he conceived and created the Star Wars universe. In my youth, it started out with 3 movies. It went to 6. Maybe it's up to 12 now. I just watched Mandalorian on Disney Plus. And so this universe keeps growing, and these themes keep getting reinforced and reinterpreted and relived generation through generation in the Star Wars universe and within American culture. So, I grew up with it, and now so are my children. So, one of the things I heard long ago in studying Buddhism is the importance of myth. Buddhism is not really presenting a literal truth. Things are true in Buddhism because they're effective and they help us practice. So I think that's a big difference between Christian truth and Buddhist truth. They use a different measure of truthfulness. So in the Buddhist tradition, if something is effective, it touches you spiritually, it helps you on your way, and it helps your practice, and it's effective. This is a pragmatic truth. It's the effectiveness of the teachings that determine its level of authenticity. So the Buddha doesn't really make much in the way of metaphysical truth claims. What he's trying to do is help us on our journey, help us on the way, helping us on the path. And Joseph Campbell talks about this type of story mainly throughout the power of myth. And what's interesting is I had heard somewhere that there's about 5 to 7 basic stories in the English language. And they keep getting repeated in different contexts, in different times, with different characters. So that's kind of an interesting thing. There's 7 major plots that exist within the English language as literature. One of them is Overcoming the Monster. That might be the movie Alien. The next one is rags to riches, kind of the American dream story. Another one is the quest, going out on a quest. Another one is voyage and return. Another one is comedy. The sixth is tragedy. And the seventh is rebirth. So I think Joseph Campbell is focusing in on the quest, the voyage and return, and rebirth when he talks about the hero's journey. So we're going to look now at some of the elements within the hero's journey.